So, this is probably going to be a talk-only episode. I don't know if I'm going to show something. Maybe I'm going to then show some things if I kind of think about some things. But I guess it's going to be a talking-only one. And I think it might even be valuable to some people. I don't know if it is. I hope it will be to some degree. Well, I actually really, really hope. And yeah, there's my hair on the back of my head. But yeah, anyway, there's going to be more after the intro as quite always. Or actually as always. As I'm always doing it. So, one of the only reasons why I'm actually gonna quite only talk in this episode, I have been recording another episode today. One of the reasons is that I have been wasting quite a lot of time today, which has been one of the biggest things that really fucked me up. And the other episode that I've been recording today wasn't also that one. And it really pisses me off. It really, really fucking does. Well, I can understand myself and also try to understand myself, since I believe that understanding oneself and trying to understand oneself is one of the most important things. Because if you're judging yourself and if we are just dwelling about and complaining about whatever we have done and whatever happened, it's not going to make anything better in the end. It's really not. But if you try to understand yourself, you're probably also going to think about a solution. And this is indeed what I'm trying to do. And it's actually difficult, coming up with something new, which is like with new ideas and whatnot. Like, it is always like constantly thinking about something new. Like, it's not something bad. Like, I enjoy the fucking thing that I'm doing. I wouldn't actually be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. But it is just something to think about. It's actually not that of an easy thing. It's not that of an easy thing to start something, Whether it is a business, whether it is a podcast, which to some degree you could also think about as a business, kind of, or something else, like, is really not that easy. Like, really, 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 really not. But it is possible, and everybody can do that. And I would also suggest everybody to do it, because there's a lot of fucking great upsides. A really, 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 really lot of great upsides. Better talking, which is better communication, which is always going to be something amazing. The clearer you think, the better, actually, because the also better you can share your thoughts and share your opinions and share your visions. If you're unable to share your visions and if you're unable to just picture a picture, it's like pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult to just make somebody believe in whatever you're saying, make somebody believe in whatever you're willing to do, and all those things. Like, in general, it's just not going to be easy. In general, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult thing. But I've just been on Tim Ferriss' site, and he's actually having a lot of fucking great blog posts, and I enjoy them. I've recently, or just before, read one about charity, which is about like getting children to have a standing desk only school, which there is a lot of downsides of sitting, but I'm in school for 8 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours. Of course, there are breaks and shit, but if I'm standing all the time, like, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be quite difficult. I don't know if you just also then have to figure out how to just do the breaks differently. You're probably then going to sit down in the breaks, which is not bad in the end. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's downsides and also definitely upsides. It is a really good thing. It really indeed is. But yeah, it is just difficult. And I just wanted to talk about what I actually think about what this really is, kind of, because it might be valuable. It might be valuable to somebody. It might be like something that shows somebody that this person is not really the only one that's feeling a certain way, because you're probably not. There's just a lot of people, like, the chance is way too fucking low, that there is not going to be somebody that's feeling the exact same fucking way as you're just feeling at this point in time. But I think it also really comes up to the day, which is a really, really, really interesting thing. Like, on some days, I could record 10 episodes. And on some other days, like today, it's like, I don't know, even though it is so fucked up, to be honest. Like, one thing happened, which is me not being able to record, like, immediately. Therefore, I've just thought, well, I'm just going to do something else in meantime. But I've been really slow at doing this. And I wasn't able to do everything that I wanted to do, which then pissed me off and led to the other episode and me thinking that the other episode wasn't that good. And me recording this episode right now. This relatively transparent one, I would say. But yeah, like, it is what it is. There's going to be bad days and there's going to be good days. Like, I think one of the most important things is not being crushed by those quote-unquote bad days, you know? And of course, if you already think about bad days, then there is going to be bad days. And you're going to have bad days. But if there is no bad days in your vocabulary, there's not going to be bad days. If you don't think that there's bad days, then there's also not going to be bad days. If there's only days you can learn from, then there's only going to be days you can learn from, whether they're quote-unquote good or quote-unquote bad. Because there is no good and bad then. There's only learning and then fucking learning. And that's quite it. Which actually really sounds stupid as I'm talking about it. It really fucking sounds stupid, but it actually is the case. Like, there's no way to get around that. But it's definitely not easy. Like, it is a very simple concept, but it's certainly not easy. But I actually do want to just go through something right now, and I do have to figure out, or I do want to figure out what it should be. If it should be an article, like something that I've promised myself for the next, I think it's going to be a month or something, that I'm not going to go through one article fully and reading it, because it's just not working for me. And I figured out that it is not working for me because I'm not a good reader. I like to talk. I like to use my voice. I like to think about things. I like to talk about things. I like to get my head spinning. Actually, something that I figured out. I figured out that I like to try to figure out things. Especially, and even if it is a weird concept, and even if it is a weird kind of situation that I'm in, I like maths because of this reason. I like just having the exercise and trying to figure it out and really crushing my head to make that shit work. And when it then works, and in me realizing how it might be working, then I really feel good about that. On the other hand, I'm not really good at maths. And this is truly something that at this point in time, I'm trying to figure out. And like, there is a lot of great websites, and I can show you that. Like, here's the Tim Ferriss site, but I could show you these mathematic learning websites that I've quote unquote found, you know, because you probably know them. First of all, there's the Khan Academy, it is called, which is like, you can learn maths there, which is just sorted into different things. Like, there is a lot of things. AP Calculus BC, differential equations, 8th grade illustrative mathematics. Like, there's a lot of shit, and it is amazing because it is for free. It is completely for free. It is, as they also say, our mission is to provide a free, world-class education to anyone and anywhere. There is not everything in terms of education at this point in time, but there is a lot of things. Let's maybe go to the main page. Personalized learning, trusted content, and there's actually, I think they're working with algorithms so that you're just, or they're not. Like, there is courses, basically, but they're all illustrated. There's all something to look at. It's all visualized. It's really great. And there's also a lot of YouTube videos around all different kinds of stuff. Most often it is about mathematics, economy, I think history as well, but I'm not sure. And you can also use it as a teacher, and also as a parent, but also as a learner. It is amazing. It really truly is an amazing thing. Oh, here are the courses. Math by grade, Khan Kids, or I don't know if it is Khan or Jan or whatever. Science and engineering, computing, arts and humanities, economics and finance, test prep, and college careers and more. What is actually test prep? I'm actually interested in that because I'm gonna have a maths test, SAT, LSAT, Praxis Core Math, in collaboration with ETS, has developed the first free and official Praxis Core Prep program, providing a personalized test plan, official Praxis Core practice test, thousands of questions and more, 100% free. Like, it is amazing. But the problem that I'm having is that I know a lot of people are not taking advantage of that. Really, really a lot. A lot of people are willing to just, I don't know, take fucking courses with real people, which might even be way fucking worse than that, but they're costing something. And like, there's always an association with when something is free. It's actually also in German. I should maybe do it in German. Language, German, go. Because the thing is, something that I thought about is, well, you know what? I'm gonna learn maths in English because I'm interested in English. And maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna be more likely to learn what I should be learning when I'm doing it in English. I don't know if this is gonna work out. I think that I'm gonna do it in this way, but I really don't know. Like, other languages include, there is a lot of them. Different Asian languages, I don't know them. I'm very sorry that I'm generalizing it. Turkish, Portuguese, Italian, France. It's not. Is it France? I know that France is like the country. Well, Espanol or Spanish, English, German. Well, yeah, actually, really a ton of different languages, which is amazing. Really amazing. But I don't know if there's like because I think that I miss engineering or it might be Informationstechnik. But I don't know. Like, but there's other upsides, other websites like Brilliant, which you've probably and maybe seen in the App Store. Brilliant Learn to Think. Build qualitative skills in math, science, and computer science with fun and challenging interactive explorations. But this costs something. I think 10 or 11 bucks a month if you're just having the premium version. And there's probably even more. There's probably even more of these learning platforms, which is amazing. Also, I think it's called Anki, Anke. Yes. It's flashcards. It's a program for flashcards. And it, I think, mainly is for learning a language. Or as they say, learning language, studying for medical and law exams, memorizing people's names and faces, brushing up on geography, mastering long poems, and even practicing guitar chords. It's basically like a flashcard, but they are what I've been referring to lately or before. They're using algorithms so that you're able to learn everything in the best possible way. Quite like summarized. Anki will handle decks of 100,000 cards with no problems. Use the free Anki web synchronization service to keep your cards in sync across multiple devices. From card layout to reviewing time, Anki has a wealth of options for you to customize. And you can also use audio and clips and images and videos so that you're really, really, really able to memorize whatever you have to fucking memorize. Which is probably going to be about languages. I mean, like, of course, if you just need to memorize something, but I think the most practical way for using this is just languages. Yeah, quite. But there's also I think there's also more than these things. But actually coming back to my maths problem and me not being able to do maths, I think it is about concepts. I think if I can understand a concept, then I am probably also going to be able to just solve certain exercises, solve certain problems. A problem that I think that I'm having is that I certainly don't know every concept. And I'm not capable of doing every concept. The concept I mean is like multiplication. I know how to multiplicate or multiply things. But I don't know. If, for example, there's one... I'm just having one exercise in mind or one problem in mind that I wanted to solve 2 days ago, because yesterday I wasn't able to do something for maths, but today I'm going to do something. I really do want to do something every single day because I think that this would actually make it better. First of all, trying to solve something is always amazing. I like it. I actually also like programming. I'm not doing it often. I have done a little bit of it. And I also just like to research things like, how is this working? How is that working? How can I get this to work? My diploma, I recently worked on my diploma and finished it. I also actually have to work on the documentation of it, so how I did it basically. And 80% of my time, well, let's actually take 60% of my time, 80% of my time. 80% of my time was figuring out how to use the software that I needed to use. Because I was making a font for the PC or for just computers. And I didn't know, and we didn't learn this in school. Like, this is something that we wanted to do. And then we had to fucking figure out how to fucking do that. I mean, in the end, I know now how this is working, which is amazing, which is cool. But it's like, yeah, I'm just figuring out and trying to figure out things, which definitely is not going to be for everyone. But I think in the end, if I understand concepts, then I'm probably also going to be able to do that. because I'm having my final exams in 2 months or 3 months, and I really, really need to work on my math skills. Like, everything is fine. I'm fine with everything. English is going to be nice. I'm going to have it orally, which is pretty nice. I think I'm going to do quite well at this. It actually depends on the day, though, because on some days I'm just unable to speak English. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out yet. What it might be, what it could be, whatever. But on some days, I'm just unable to do shit. Which is fucked up then. Like, I'm not just willing to take my fucking oral exams when I'm in bad shape, quote unquote. On the other hand, it doesn't just fucking matter. I know that I can talk about certain things. I'm actually having a problem with talking, like, about some really dumb shit. In terms of, like, well, where is the fucking supermarket in your town? If somebody comes up to me and asks me for the way for a supermarket, I'm gonna be like, well, please go there and maybe you should. I'm just not gonna be able to speak in English. Quite. Which is a little bit of a boring thing. But anyway. The thing that I think is that I have to learn the concepts, as I said. The problem is, I don't know in which order I should learn them. I've also thought about just having an exercise or having a problem that I need to be solving, and if I can't solve it, then looking up how the concept is or what I could be doing, you know. And the exercise that I actually wanted to talk about was, I think it's called quadratic equation as far as I know, and the quadratic equation is something that I actually somehow know how it is working. I always think about it in terms of some programming stuff, because we are allowed to use our computer, and GeoGebra is, if this is something that is generally known, generally known. And for a quadratic equation, whatever it is, we do need 2 equations. And then you're able to solve them with those 2, because you're having 2 different variables, basically, or you're just able to express one variable with the other one. But this exercise, I've tried it out and I thought about it, and I also thought about how this could be working, but I was unable to I've actually been unable to express that in mathematical ways, I guess. Kind of. Like there's no other way how this could be working, quite. I mean, maybe I'm not going to explain the exercise. It's not that of an interesting nor important thing. It's interesting, but it's also fucked up. And I just have to figure out how I'm going to learn these concepts in the best way. And if I just know it, I'm definitely going to share that, because yeah, like, it's important. It's interesting. It's whatever. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode there. I hope that I've somehow been able to share something interesting and talk about something that's not only boring and shit. But well, yeah. I'm going to wish you the best health, happiness, and all success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself when you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person. And yeah, 3 other questions that I'm having for you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea. And yeah, I'm going to see you the next time. And I wish you the best. Thank you very much. Bye.